What's going on, guys? JSkeleton92 here with a little bit of a different video. And some of you may have noticed from all my recent videos, I've been in this like Nintendo craze lately. Ever since I've hit max prestige on Call of Duty. I mean, I still been playing Call of Duty, but ever since I've hit it, I've been just a lot more into Nintendo-related stuff. You know, with the amiibos, with Wii U stuff, and 3DS stuff. So today we're actually going to talk about Nintendo Direct that is going to be happening tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. That would be 6 a.m. Pacific. And I guess it's just going to be like a discussion of some predictions, I guess, what I think they're going to talk about, what I think they're going to reveal, and a few things like that. Now, I do follow a Nintendo group on Facebook that I'm a part of, and that is called, let me just get the exact, it's Nintendo Voice Chat Podcast Forums. There you go. So I didn't want to mess it up. This is a little bit of a long name. You can check it out on Facebook. A lot of Nintendo fans in that group. So, you know, when any kind of rumor starts to go around, I mean, you know, someone is gonna post it in the group, and you know, so it's a great place to be if you love Nintendo stuff. But yeah, so Nintendo officially finally announced that they're going to be holding a Nintendo Direct tomorrow morning, which would be the 14th of January 2015 at 6 a.m. Pacific, which would be 9 a.m. for all those people who are around my time zone, which is Eastern. And it is pretty early for the Pacific folks, but you know, it's well worth it, I would assume. Now, what they say is that they're going... Wow, okay, my Xbox is turned on. That was really weird. What they're going to be saying is... what they're saying, sorry, is that they're going to be discussing basically the latest for spring 2015 Wii U and Nintendo 3DS releases. I'll just let you guys take a look at that real quick. So that's that right there. Like I said, it says basically that Nintendo Direct, January 14th, 2015 at 6 a.m. Pacific for the latest on spring 2015 Wii U and Nintendo 3DS releases. Now, it doesn't say games specifically, so let's get into my speculations as well as some articles I've read that seem to go hand in hand with what I have been speculating all along. So before some of these articles were written, I was fairly certain that the new 3DS would come out in spring with Majora's Mask. Zelda Majora's Mask is being remade for the 3DS, if any of you haven't heard, which I'm sure you all have, but if you haven't, it's being remade for the 3DS. Now, that said, there are unknown features of Majora's Mask that are going to take advantage of the new 3DS. How it's going to do that, I have no idea. But it is going to take advantage of it somehow. So, to me, it only makes sense that in North America they're going to release both together. They usually like to release things together in North America, like a console with a big game. Of course, in Japan and in Europe, they didn't really release it with any game. But it seems to be in North America they tend to usually like to drop you know, a big game with their console releases. So I'd be very surprised if they're not released together. There were people that you know, were speculating it would probably come holiday 2015, which the reasoning for those people's speculation was that, you know, it's holiday, that's where all the rush is going to be to get these consoles. It just doesn't make sense. The reason it doesn't make sense is because October it dropped in Japan. The following month it dropped in Australia. Now you got the Ambassador Edition in Europe, in the UK. You know, this is all within a few months. I would be very surprised if they're dropping all of these consoles all across the world, one after another, and then for North America they just wait like almost a whole year to the end of the till the end of the year holiday. It just doesn't make sense. So even summer to me didn't make sense. There's some people that were saying like August maybe, but it didn't make a whole lot of sense to me, because it just makes more sense that it becomes spring, early spring on top of that. So I was speculating April, maybe March. Okay, that was my speculation for the release date for both the Nintendo 3DS and Majora's Mask. Now, through reading some articles, some people are speculating that it will be February 13th. Now, I know technically that's still winter, but around that time it is transitioning from winter to spring, I guess. So, it could be said to be a spring release even if it's in February. I think when people usually say winter, they're more looking at like November to January, even though November's not really winter. I feel like fall is more like, September, October. Maybe like beginning half of November, and then the last half of November is like, would be considered winter. I would consider mid-February, at least from a business standpoint, when you say like spring release, I'd say mid-February to like mid-May would be considered like spring or something. But I was thinking April, maybe March. Now, there are articles online that you can look up that apparently through a GameStop source, which is the American version of EB Games. If you're Canadian like me, then obviously we got EB Games, and most other places are GameStop across the world, but and in the US. But through a source through GameStop, they said that I think they said that it was going to be released on February 13th, and they were going to have a promotion where you could trade. They didn't say specifically, but they said they would. There was a trade-in for like one was $75 and one was $100. I would assume the $75 one would be like the smaller 3DS, and that the $100 trade-in would be the XL. Again, this is just it's not confirmed by Nintendo. It's an article that you can find online that does state that a source in GameStop and upper management has confirmed to now, excuse me if I don't pronounce this right, Gamnesia. I don't know how to say it. Gamnesia. It's Gamnesia. You may have heard of it. Anyways, that promotional materials are being handed out for a trade-in deal for new Nintendo 3DS. Some GameStop stores have already received their marketing displays, but have been told that they are not allowed to display them yet. There's no start date for the promotion yet, and there's no release date in the system yet, but trade-in details have been revealed. Trading in regular 3DS will net you $75 towards a Nintendo 3DS, and trading in a 3DS XL will net you $100 towards a new Nintendo 3DS. So I guess I was mistaken. They do actually specifically say that 75 is for the smaller one and $100 is for the bigger one. So that's basically all this one article says. So it does seem pretty legit. Oftentimes things are leaked like this, and then it's confirmed very quickly by whatever company, and it's I find it, when was this? I think it was, yeah, see, this article was released yesterday, January 12th, and then there's another one I've seen somewhere else. It was also released January 12th, so I find it kind of, I don't know if Nintendo planned necessarily to do the Nintendo Direct on January 14th. Maybe they had it planned for a little bit later, and they seen that there was this leak, so that maybe they're rushing to get in quick and announce it, so they can officially announce it themselves. That would be my guess. I don't know, but I think it's kind of. I think there's a lot of things pointing towards the fact that this could very well be facts and not just fiction. You know, this could be legit because, you know, this article is released on the 12th of January, yesterday, stating that you know, a GameStop's source has revealed this information, and then literally hours later, Nintendo comes out, hey, we're doing a Nintendo Direct on January 14th at 6 a.m. You know, we're going to be talking about Nintendo 3DS releases as well as Wii U releases. And then on top of that, there's an article released today that's saying that there's some sources saying that right after the Nintendo Direct, they're going to be holding a special media event. So, like, Nintendo's going to be holding a special media event after the Nintendo Direct tomorrow. So, you know, so even if they don't mention the new 3DS release date at Nintendo Direct, if this media event is being taken place right after, there's a good chance that they'll talk about it at one or the other. You know, they might actually save the announcement for this media event. So don't start freaking out if you don't hear it in the Nintendo Direct. You know, there is a good chance that it's you know, could be mentioned either one. Now, again, so, you know, a lot of people are thinking Majora's Mask is going to come out February 13th. It makes sense. Now, one of the videos I was watching yesterday, where there was this sort of discussion, the guys, they were talking about how you know, normally Nintendo likes to release a Wii U game with a 3DS game. So it seems to make sense. I believe Kirby and the Rainbow Curse comes out on, just let me double check that, but I'm pretty sure Kirby and the Rainbow Curse comes out on February 13th. Yeah, it does. Okay, so Kirby and the Rainbow Curse, as you guys might have heard of, it's a follow-up to the 2005 Nintendo DS title Kirby Canvas Curse, and it's scheduled to be released by Nintendo on January 22nd in Japan and February 13th in North America, and the second half of 2015 in PAL regions. So yeah, so they're going to be releasing this Wii U game on the 13th of February, and it does seem like it's a consistent thing where they like to drop a Wii U game with a 3DS game side by side. You know, it's just you know, I guess it goes hand in hand. They want to market both equally or something, whatever. So there, you know, there is a fair chance that I would say that even if we don't get the new Nintendo 3DS at this on February 13th, that Majora's Mask will drop on the 13th. That said, as I said, you know, I would be very surprised if the new 3DS does not drop with Majora's Mask, just because it would be really foolish of them not to try to push Majora's Mask with the new 3DS, because that would be the perfect that'd be like the perfect what's the word, like marketing something, but it'd just be the perfect marketing promotion or whatever. I can't think of the word right now. I'm trying to come up with, but you know, like, hey, look, this new 3DS, you know, and Majora's Mask. Majora's Mask takes advantage of you know, the new 3DS. It's not exclusive to the new 3DS, but it'll be like, hey, if you want to, you know, take advantage of like these certain features, then you're gonna have to get the new 3DS. Because if you just have the normal 3DS, you know, you're not gonna be able to take advantage of all the features in Majora's Mask. You know, you'll still be able to play it, but you won't be able to take advantage of it. And you know, it just sounds like a really good marketing plot, I guess. Not plot. I can't think of what the word I'm trying to come up with, but it seems like the perfect. Let me just roll my volume down a little bit on my mic. It was clipping a little bit, so hopefully you guys can still hear me nice and loud and crisp and clear. But it just seems like the perfect marketing whatever, you know. It makes sense to me. I don't know if it makes sense to you guys. I see it happening, but I don't know. It makes a lot of sense. Everything's pointing to November 13th release date. I mean, sorry, not November 13th. Man, it better not be November 13th. February 13th release date. It seems very likely. You know, like I said, you know, the fact that this article was released yesterday, you know, about a leaked source, you know, leaked information from a source, and then all of a sudden, you know, hey, you know, we're doing this Nintendo Direct, you know, all these reasons just seem to really point towards that. So if it would be, that'd be, you know, it'd be a month in advance that they announced it. You know, right now it's like what, January 13th, you know, so February 13th is a month from now. You know, tomorrow it'll be just over 4 weeks. It'll be like 4 weeks and like 2 days or something, and it's on a Friday too, so it seems to make sense. You know, I mean, I don't know if this is even a valid reason, but it is a Friday the 13th, and maybe this Majora's Mask is a creepy game, so release a creepy game. I don't know. That's just something else to throw out there. It's really not any. I don't think that has any play into it. Who knows? Everything else I mentioned makes a lot of sense. We'll find out tomorrow. You know, I will most likely be doing a video sometime tomorrow after the Nintendo Direct, just to talk about what they have released and what they have talked about. Of course, there's other things that they're probably going to talk about. You know, like I would assume they would talk about a Wave 4 amiibo, you know, release. You know, because there's still some characters that they haven't released. You know, like Ganondorf, for example. You know, I want him to complete my Zelda collection. So, you know, I say, here's my predictions for tomorrow. New 3DS release date. Majora's Mask, Zelda Majora's Mask 3DS release date. They're both going to come out together. They're both going to come out on February 13th alongside Kirby and the Rainbow Curse. They're going to announce Amiibo Wave 4, the Wave 4 of the Amiibos, and the rest of it's just up in the air. I don't really have any other predictions. Those are my main predictions that they're gonna have tomorrow. It seems to all make sense, especially that Wave 3 of the Amiibos is coming in, I think in February also. So it makes sense that just before Wave 3 comes in, they announce Wave 4 for the Amiibos. It makes, you know, sense that the new 3DS North American release date, to be more specific, I should have said, will be talked about, as well as this Zelda Majora's Mask release date. And I'd be surprised if they don't come out together, and I'd be surprised if they don't come out February 13th, just because of all these articles. It makes a lot of sense, man. It makes a lot of sense that it's all going to be released February 13th. So, you know, I don't think there's a release date for the Amiibos yet either. So, for Wave 3, sorry. I think it's supposed to be sometime in February. I don't know. So maybe we'll hear about that. Maybe they'll be like, hey, they're out now. I don't know, man. I have no idea about when Wave 3 is actually going to be hitting stores. But those are definitely my predictions. New 3DS, North American release date, Zelda Majora's Mask, side by side, February 13th, and Wave 4 of the Amiibos announced for, I don't know, maybe May? Maybe sometime May, April or May. Yeah, April. Yeah, April. I say April. Wave 4 Amiibo is April. Mid-April. So, those are my predictions for the Nintendo Direct tomorrow. We'll find out tomorrow, obviously. Hopefully it comes quick, because I'm really, you know, I'm really stoked to see what they're going to announce. I had actually just bought a 3DS, as you might have, I think I mentioned that in another video or on my Twitter or something. Somewhere I mentioned it. Can't remember where. But I just bought one, and I bought Yoshi's New Island for it, and I was like halfway through the game, and then I heard this, and so I quickly sold it back, because the minute that they announced the new 3DS release date for North America, the value is going to drop for these current 3DS models. So, and I made profit too. I bought it for like $150 off a private seller. Unopened. The box, it was brand new. The seals were still there and everything. It like never touched. Obviously, I played it for a while. I sold it opened for $170. So not only did I sell it for more, but it's like the value I don't know. It should have been the other way around, because like I said, I bought it unopened for $150 and I sold it opened and used for a couple hours for $170. So that's pretty cool. As far as a prediction for a price, I would hope that it would be $199 for the new 3DS XL. But I have a feeling that it'll be 230, like 229. I have a feeling that's what it's going to be for the XL. So what I want it to be is 199. What I think it'll be is 229. At least Canadian. I don't know about American. Maybe it'll be American and Canadian will be more, which would suck. As for the normal 3DS, I would hope it would be like 179. But I think the normal 3DS will be 199 and the XL will be 239 or 29, something like that, something around that area. So I mean, we'll find out. I'm sure they'll release the price too. I'm sure if they do come out tomorrow and announce, hey, this is the release date, you can pre-order it now. You know, if they do that, I will be rushing over to the store and putting a deposit for that pre-order. And who knows, maybe, just maybe, they'll come out with a special announcement, be like, hey, we got a Majora's Mask limited edition 3DS for release, you know, since they're going to release them side by side. So maybe because we're waiting so long, they're going to release a special 3DS, Majora's Mask 3DS, the new one, with Majora's Mask. So I don't know. I think that's likely to happen, you know, especially if you look at all the Zelda themed DSs, DS, DSi, 3DS, and all that have come out. I think it's very likely that we might even see that. So I guess we'll find out tomorrow, guys. Hopefully you guys stuck with me through this whole conversation. You know, it would have been cooler if I had someone with me to have this discussion. Maybe for future videos I can arrange something and I can have like you know, an actual discussion with some other people in these kind of like vlog things. So yeah, so Nintendo Direct, make sure you catch it tomorrow. It'll be on the website. It's nintendo.com/Nintendo dash, that's like a hyphen, direct. So that's the URL, nintendo.com/Nintendo-direct /01-14-2015 if you want the exact one, you know, exact link that I was just showing you guys a minute ago. So January 14th, that's tomorrow, at 6 a.m. Pacific, that's 9 a.m. Eastern Time, for the latest on spring 2015 Wii U and Nintendo 3DS releases. Hopefully we'll get some good releases, and hopefully it'll be as early as February. We'll find out tomorrow. We'll talk about it tomorrow in another video. So again, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for sticking through this video. I look forward to tomorrow morning, where Nintendo Direct will be happening, and we'll find all this stuff out. So once and for all, hopefully. So make sure you guys subscribe, like, comment, share, and all that awesome stuff if you're not already subscribed. If you are subscribed, thank you very much, and please like, comment, share, and all the rest of that awesome stuff. I will catch you guys next time. I'll catch you guys tomorrow, hopefully. And until then, game on.